Lynch, and I'm the founder of Green Waste Technologies. What my company does essentially is takes food waste and uses the larva of a species of fly called the black soldier fly to consume that food waste. The larva then is taken and heated and crushed to extract the oil from its body and protein meal. The oil can be used in biofuels, and the protein meal is pretty much a substitute for fish meal. These are all commodity products. There's great demand for what these products are. As far as the numbers of the profit, I've calculated everything by ton and conversion rates, that the larva would convert a ton of waste into so many pounds of oil and so many pounds of protein. And the ranges of the value is anywhere from $100 a ton to $200 a ton. I have assembled a team at this point. I'm a startup company. I have a facility that I just acquired. I'm going through getting my research development and demonstration certificate from the New Jersey DEP for recycling. And I've also made some strategic partners. I have a letter of intent from Ultragreen, which is the largest biofuel producer on the East Coast, to purchase the oil. And I'm also talking with a company called IESI, which is the third largest waste management company dealing with recycled food waste. They want to ship to me now, and I'm not ready yet because I'm literally a startup. I'm also talking with a company called Aquafiber, located down in Florida, and they have a technology where they clean water and produce algae, and a lot of algae. So we're going to be doing studies to determine if the larva will eat the algae. Now, what this translates into as far as money is that a facility, well, I'll back up. I'm planning within a year. This first year that I'm starting up is about doing research and development, scaling up my process, bench testing everything, and my goal is to reach 10 to 20 tons a day. So essentially, that's my goal. At that point, my technology would be proven, and then it's a matter of scaling up. A 100-ton-a-day facility could range anywhere from 3 million to 8 million a year. And on the algae side, if that is successful, they're anticipating that they're going to produce 24 million tons of algae a year from their plants that they're planning on building, and that would translate into essentially $1 billion to $3 billion in oil and protein meal. And that's basically everything in a nutshell.
Okay, thank you very much. Questions from the judges?
Let me jump in. You said 100 tons a day. That would be about $10,000 a day, right?
No. 100 tons a day would translate. It's basically $100 to $200, so it would be $10,000 to $20,000.
Yeah. $10,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about $200,000 a month.
Yes.
On the high side. So on the high side, you're looking at 3.4 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then my other question was: is there any? And I do like this very much. Is there any secret sauce to this?
The challenge is that right now there are 2 other companies that are pursuing this. They're all in R&D stage. They're PhDs, and no one has done a commercial facility. And the challenge is breeding the flies, because the whole point is you would have the larvae there consuming the waste. Some of them you would process, and part of your population you put into breeding and essentially breed them in a factory setting. There's been a lot of scientific studies that they can be bred under quartz lights, and that's essentially what I'm going to be doing in the first year, is testing out what exact temperature to hold them at, because they are tropical. They need about an 80 to 90 degree temperature range. They need full spectrum lighting. They need plants to do their little mating dance. So that's the big challenge, of doing that whole life cycle, and that's my goal in the first year, is to do that and ramp up the population. It is exponential. I've done models where, starting with getting 60,000 larvae a month, I have a source that's actually shipping them to me. I could ramp this up to 100 tons of larvae in a year. So it's like any insect, it's exponential if you don't harvest any. And I've used everything I've used is very conservative numbers, for valuations, for conversion rates, all that stuff. Yeah.
I don't know, I maybe heard a little catch-22 there. You said the larva exists between an 80 to 90 degree temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have to heat the facility to
Oh,
be
okay.
able to...
The flies have to be at 80, 90 degrees. The larvae themselves actually produce a lot of heat. I've had them actually eating food very well at 65 degrees. But what I would do in the facility is I'm going to build rooms out of plastic to basically only need to heat those areas where they are. But the flies definitely need to have the 80, 90 degree temperature. But it's not the whole plant, it's just that one section. And I guess I should say also that I have patents I'm planning to file. I'm going to be going after an SBIR grant for the actual processing of the larva. So that's all stuff that's underway, and
Okay, with that said then, thank you very much,
Okay.
Ala.